Change. It's a word that means many things. It could be you being better in life, you waking up earlier, you going out to the gym, you getting more fitter, you getting more healthier. It could mean that. Or change could mean you sitting at home, drinking, being lazy, doing nothing, just watching Netflix, just scrolling endlessly. Change can mean a lot of things. My fellow brothers and sisters, my name is Ibrahim Kashif. I'm the CEO of Horizon AI. We're a company which deals in AI automated voice systems for business owners all around the world. And I gotta let you in on a secret. There are hundreds of AI companies out there doing the exact same thing as us, but we're different. And how are we different, you might ask? Well, it's because I have a vision. I have a reality that has literally changed everything that I have done so far in my life. For the past 2 years, I have dedicated every waking second towards that reality. And you might ask, what is that reality? Well, that reality is AI automated voice systems in every business out there so that every business owner can finally use AI the way it was supposed to be used. Not as a tool, not as some chatbot, not as some system that you can just throw around, but as actual partners that help us grow and reach new heights out there. Call me crazy, call me unrealistic, call me a dreamer, call me someone who is just lying to you and wasting your time. I do not care. Look at calculators. You know the person who created the calculators? You think he was called crazy? You think he was shunned for creating this tool that would do the math all for them? They didn't have to teach math anymore, right? Wrong. Now that they have that sort of partner with them, this calculator that you can do your math homework with, now kids are supposed to learn calculus. Now kids can upgrade their level, and that's what Horizon AI is doing for the world of business. We are providing business owners these partnerships in which AI agents can handle their calls to give them the scalability to finally upgrade their business to new heights unimaginable, impossible if they had hundreds of employees and they had to upgrade to 1,000. They can't do that, and that is what we're here for. We're here to give you that comfort. But there's one thing. After doing this for 2 years alone, I built a wonderful team, Horizon AI. We've been doing this alone. It is not possible for us to deal with the entire business industry as a whole with just us providing this. It is not possible. We cannot do it. I have tried. I have searched. I have looked. There is no way that I can do this alone and that my team and I can do this alone. And that's why I'm talking to you over here. On the other side of this screen, I'm recording this video for one reason and one reason only. To answer your guys' questions so that I can teach you and train you and educate you guys on what AI is so that you guys can finally enhance the businesses around us and around yourself together with my knowledge so that the entire industry as a whole is changed forever and we all can lead the future together. I am giving you my resources. I am giving you guys my knowledge. I am answering all of your questions. I am giving you guys the exact materials and the blueprint required on one contingency. The fact that you guys have to do this and you have to save this world by educating people on the fact that AI is not a tool, it's a partner, and to educate business owners that you can give them freedom. They just have to come to you. So a little backstory for you guys. I posted on my Instagram story, hey, what are some of your biggest questions inside the AI voice agent industry? Can I help you on this? Tell me your biggest questions. I'll give all the answers and I'll give it fully in depth, 100% realistic. So without further ado, my brothers, I got about 20 questions over here. We could only do 20. We're gonna go through them. So number 1, we got Hamar Rehiri. How to make one of these AI for the person who does not know coding. Well, let me tell you this. I don't know coding. I don't want to be a coder. I don't want to be a programmer because Genie 2 was just revealed and I can do the job of a programmer in one prompt. I don't know the programming industry and I don't care about that. Inside all of these AI automated solutions that we build, we don't use any coding at all. We don't do any coding. There is a little bit of code though that we do use, but that's just a copy paste. And whenever the tiniest chance that we get code, we just go ahead and we ask ChatGPT to generate it all for us, and we just literally plug and play everything in. But in your scenario, in your case, my brother, I have provided the materials, the resources, the step-by-step blueprint as to how to create these AI voice agents. They're all built on no-code solution, Make.com, Vappy, stuff like that. So you guys can literally just go in there and just copy the exact steps that I copied. Just go ahead and change the prompt to whatever business that you have out there. Everything is done for you. Make.com scenarios, Vappy prompts, assistant prompts, everything is labeled out for you. So you just have to go on my YouTube, have to do the work, and you have to go on my video and just copy and paste everything from there. Because when I was starting, my brother, I had to do this all by myself. So you guys finally have a correct step-by-step blueprint so that you guys can join us and we can actually upgrade the future together. So please go ahead and check out the resources, check out the tutorials. I spend a lot of time in that and I really hope that you'll like it. And obviously, guys, my email is in the description below. If you guys have any issues or anything, just go ahead and hit me up. I'll go ahead and respond to any of your questions questions. Go ahead and send some make.com errors if you have. Some people do that. They're like, hey, I want to build this scenario for someone. I have this error. Can you help me out? I spend like an hour every day just responding to you guys over there. So go ahead and email me and I'll respond to any errors that you might have inside the tutorial. So number 2, we got Ali Abdulrahman.me. What would be the best pitch for selling this and how much should we sell it? So the best pitch for selling this is obviously you just have to go up to business owners and you have to provide the solution. They have a problem. The best pitch is the fact that you have a problem and I have a solution and you need a solution. That is it. So whenever you're going into a client meeting or whenever you're going to pitch someone, identify 3 separate things. You have to identify their pain points. What is troubling them? You have to identify their dream outcome. What is stopping, like what is the actual place that they want to be? What is what they want to get out of you? Hey, if I work with this guy, he's going to get me to this dream outcome. Identify their dream outcomes, identify their pain points, and the third thing that you have to identify is actually what is the bridge between their pain points and their dream outcome. How can I create the link between these to get the pain points out of here and to connect them directly to the dream outcome? Identify those 3 things. You are solid. Go to local salons in your areas and go ahead and say that, hey, you have 3 employees who are doing this. That's going to cost you $9,000 per month. I could do this for $500 per month. Go ahead and pay me. Let me show you this AI demo on my phone. Boom, call it. Send them a call and they'll talk to it yourself. You don't have to sell anything. Let your AI sell it for them. I mean, that's the thing about the software game. Software, you don't really have to sell anything. It's more about showcasing the thing. Software will sell itself more than any selling that you could possibly do. And how much should we sell this for? Well, it's honestly very simple. There's a few ways that you guys can obviously go about this, but the simplest, most clearest, transparent way is that if you can go up to a business owner and you can save them 10k per month, then you're obliged to get 1k or 2k from that. So just do your calculations like that. If you can save them 10k, go ahead and take 2k. Go ahead and take 1k. That's how it works. But besides that, if you don't want to do something like that, the best model that we found is obviously charge on minutes, charge a monthly retainer for reoccurring income and maintenance, and charge an upfront development cost that's split into 3 separate payments: the signing the contract, the demo completion, and then the integration, and then everything is just simple like that. So next we got the real Ibrahim Nadeem. How long before it disrupts the appointment setting gigs? Well, I don't know if you guys actually know this, but if you go to McDonald's as well, they have their speakers, their, you know, the drive-through speakers using AI. AI now talks through their drive-through speakers, which is so funny and hilarious because a year ago you could not tell me that this would be possible, but now I'm out here doing this for other businesses and I realize that this is truly the future. Now if we talk about appointment settings, it's a basic thing about logic. When we got online calls and when we got Zoom, people said that Zoom is never gonna work, we're always gonna meet in person and all of that, but what was more practical? Lockdown came, everyone got lazy, everyone got stuck in their home, and what became practical? Google Meet, Zoom, all of these online meetings and all of this got popular. So it's the exact same thing with AI. We're gonna start to realize in the next 1 to 2 years the fact that it is not possible for us to scale our businesses by relying on hundreds of employees every single month, having to pay their salary, their royalties, stuff like that. Instead of doing that, business owners are gonna rely more on these human-like agents that can do the job of their employees without giving them that headache, and rely more on this partnership, the actual AI, to do the job for them. So quote me on this, I think it's gonna take about 1 to 2 years before every single business in this world has to rely on AI voice agents in some way or another. And I don't mean just AI. Every business is already relying on AI. You can go ahead and Google that. Every single business out there is using AI in some form, some way. But AI voice agents in particular, it's gonna take about 1 to 2 years before it's widely spread into the entire industry. If you and I actually do our work and we spread this out and we do this renaissance to the people and we educate them. So next we got number 4, Mehanzula, frequent guy. I love this guy. So they are good, but what can we do to improve them monthly for our clients? My brothers, let me tell you this is a fun one and I want you guys to listen very closely. I had a cold calling client who said that he wanted to upgrade his agent every single month based off of the responses that he was getting from his agent actually running every single month and all of the call logs that we got. So I did something super cool over there. I went to talk to my team and we basically came up with this idea that every single month we're gonna have a make.com scenario that's gonna extract the information from the Google Sheets or the Airtable, whatever it is, the call logs, the summaries, all of that, and we're gonna plug it into a ChatGPT node that's gonna have the information of our old prompt and gonna say to it that, hey, use our old prompt and use our call logs to redefine the old prompt to come up with a better prompt because these are some of the difficulties we are facing. And then the AI literally then creates a new prompt and it just upgrades itself. So it's an upgrading AI every single month. So the more that you use the AI, the better it gets. The more cold calls that you actually do, the better, the more trained we can do your AI. And that's something I'm very astonished at because it's such a good thing over there that we built. A reoccurring AI that trains itself. But yeah, that doesn't just have to be for cold calling and stuff like that. It can also be for something like a knowledge base. If you have a customer support agent or some general agent that uses a knowledge base, after every month you're gonna have all of those call logs from questions that weren't properly answered, and you have to transfer over the call for them. So go ahead and use that information, upgrade the knowledge base every single month. You're gonna have an agent that can update and learn from its mistakes and learn from itself, and it's that simple. So next we got number 5, Muhammad Rafi 29, how to actually know what automations to set up the full customer journey. So it's the simple stuff like I mentioned before. You just have to know the fact that people have pain points and they have a dream outcome, and you just have to create the link between them, and then that's how you literally find out what automations to set up for them. If you can know, like, hey, this person out here, my client, has the pain point of the fact that he has 3 employees that are costing him 9k per month handling his calls, but they're all in one position and they can't handle calls 24/7. Okay, that's the pain point. Person wants to be able to handle calls 24/7 and he's relying 9k over here to these 3 employees. So what is your solution? Their dream outcome is to be able to handle 24/7 calls and to not be able to rely on 3 employees specifically. So your bridge between that is, hey, I can build you an AI system that's going to cost less than what they're costing you and do more than what they're doing for you, that can handle calls 24/7. Are you willing to work with me? Here's a live demo. Like, that's literally what it is. We just have to take what they already have. If I talk about a dentist clinic, they already have appointment setting. I just take that idea of appointment setting and I put it into an actual AI agent. We're just replicating the human that's over there. We're replicating the personality, we're replicating the emotions, we're replicating the stuff like that, and we're just doing their job for them faster and more efficient. Next we got number 6, Zane_X017, how to make them the easy way, please. My brother, like I said before, we've created so many templates out there. You guys can just copy paste everything. We've created the make.com scenarios, we've provided you guys the resources, the prompts, all of the knowledge that you guys could possibly need. Even this video that I'm recording right now, if you watch to it till the end, you're gonna have all the knowledge that I have right now about these questions. And these are some of the most asked questions that we've got throughout the entire community. So you guys will know the most asked questions inside the entire community. All you have to do is watch through and learn to learn, because that is the biggest problem with people out here, that inside their journey of becoming successful and changing this world and changing their bloodline, they're not willing to do this stuff, not because they fail or they lose or stuff like that, or they get rejected. No, it's because they get bored and they get tired. That is the biggest problem with people nowadays. They get bored and they get tired. If you can master your boredom and you can genuinely love what you do and you genuinely have a vision, you will reach success faster than anyone out there. So yeah, that's just the easy way, my brother. Just copy the templates that we've labeled for you, and all you have to do is literally plug and play everything in. It is all labeled. So next we got Parsenor 30. What type of AI agent is the best one? So let me tell you this straightforward. The most use cases that we've seen out there, and the most use cases that are out there inside the industry, is AI for customer support and AI for appointment booking. And by appointment booking, I obviously mean anything like restaurant reservations or dentist clinics or online meetings, stuff like that. That is all defined under appointment booking. So if you guys can master these 2 AI scenarios or combine them into one, then you can cater to every single business out there, because every single business out there right now either needs appointment setting or customer support or both. So next we got Abdulrahman_16, how to import used numbers instead of getting new from Twilio. So let me tell you this straight up, there is a way that you guys can use your own numbers. Like, I know especially some people in Pakistan are like, hey, I can't do my own number onto this. What is this? Twilio doesn't have Pakistani numbers, stuff like that. But you guys can use something called verified IDs. All you have to do is go ahead and upgrade your account, plug in $10 quickly over there, and then you guys can just literally go ahead, send your own phone number a one-time pin, confirm that one-time pin, and then you can have your own phone as a verified caller ID to do outbound calls for you. But listen up very closely, you cannot do inbound calls with that. So if you want to do something like you want to port in a number, you want to use someone's number, a business owner's number from out there, then you have to do something called port in a number. That's going to be on Twilio. They have a section, you can just port in a number. It's going to take about 1 to 2 weeks, but after that you're going to have a full number, your own number on Twilio, a business owner's number on Twilio, using Twilio services, and you can do programmable voice and all of that. You can use VAPI and all of that with their number. We got the good old Zorain Said 1. Hey, I wanted to ask you, should we sell it one time or on a monthly basis? So this really depends on what type of client you're dealing with. We have a lot of clients who are like, okay, yeah, we got this monthly, we're willing to pay monthly because we want maintenance and all of that. And there's some types of clients who are like, okay, this is too expensive, I just want a one-time 5k, boom, it's done for you. But the thing about that is I would recommend to you genuinely, if you guys get clients, always do them on monthly, because that's not only better for them, that's also better better for you, because in their scenario, they're gonna have to deal with all of the back-end stuff and all of that, and they just genuinely don't care. If you find an actual good client, he's not gonna care about the back-end. He's not gonna care about how it works. He just wants it to do the job that it's supposed to do. So majority of the good clients that you actually get, they actually prefer to pay monthly because they don't want to deal with the back-end stuff and all of that, and they don't want to go through that hassle. But if you get a deal and you get a client saying that, hey, I don't want to do it monthly, I want you to connect us directly to the provider, pay us one time and that's it, then just simply go ahead and agree with them, but just calculate your pricing based off the fact that, hey, I'm gonna make this much per year. If they pay in my monthly, I'll cut that in half. Okay, 6 months, this is how much I would make if they worked with me on the monthly plan. That's my pricing. So say that I charge 500, I would do 500 times 6. That would be 6 months, and I would just charge them on that. And that's a one-time fee that we'd pay in 3 installments, and it's simple, done like that. But overall, summary-wise, I know that monthly is better for them and for you, so choose monthly. All right, next we got Going Wealthy. Twilio just works for US and Canada. What phone provider do you use? I use Twilio. Twilio doesn't just work for US and Canada. You guys can get UK numbers. You can get a bunch of other numbers. I'm pretty sure there's also Dubai numbers over there. You just have to make sure you're typing in the right stuff over there. But again, like I said, if you can't use any other number like that, and you have to use something like a Pakistani phone number and stuff like that, just go ahead and port in your number into Twilio, and you can use the Twilio services. You're gonna have to pay on both Twilio and your own phone provider, but you're gonna be able to use your own number on Twilio. So I want to just go ahead and pause for a second, because I wanted to let you guys know that we have a free limited spot school community in which we're gonna provide all of the resources required to join the revolution and actually deliver this for surrounding businesses in your local area. So what that basically means is that if you join this community and if you fill out the form and you get your spot inside this community, you're going to be able to have direct conversations with me, access into my resources, my team, and all of us. We're all going to work together in one salient goal to upgrading the future together as one team together. Because nothing in this world has ever come out of competing. Look at the best products that you have. If you look at an iPhone, the thing about iPhones is that these have some of the best products from around the world implemented into one device, and that is how the future changed to get us widespread phones. So if we do that together, then we can widespread this to every industry out there, and we can finally change the future forever. So go ahead, link in the description for my form. Go ahead and fill that out. And remember, boys, the only thing that has helped me out throughout my entire journey was an actual community in which I had people to talk to, people to guide me, people to learn from, people's mistakes to learn from, so that I don't fall into the same traps that they did, and I can actually push through the market and I can be the person ahead. So just take that into consideration and fill out the form below, and I'll see you guys there, man. Number 11, we got Krish Valdia. Why would someone use your AI voice agent when they can hire a computer science guy? Well, simply because I can do the job of a computer science guy using Genie 2 from one prompt, and I don't have to hire them anymore. And the entire computer science industry is gonna fail in the next 5 to 10 years because the AI is gonna do their entire work for them, because Google already generates 20% of their code using AI. So if all of the big industries out there have already adopted this, then what is the space for programmers and stuff like that? So I hope that answers your question. And if you can find a programmer that can do this in less than, let's say, a week even, then honestly send him my way. I'll start outsourcing his product. So yeah, anyway, after that we got number 12, Hasham. Can it reply to 200 people at the same time? Absolutely, yes it can. But Vapi's concurrency limit is only at 10 right now. And concurrency basically means the amount of calls that you can handle at one time. So Vapi can only handle 10 calls right now concurrency wise. But you guys can obviously increase your limit to 200 to 5,000 to 10,000 if you really want to. But you guys have to contact Vapi's team and they're gonna allow it for you. But yeah, in the widespread of things, you can handle thousands of calls every single second if you really want to do. But it's expensive to get the rights to be able to do that. So yeah, next we got number 13. Honestly, Ahmad, are you using a specific pre-built model for your ARs or did you build one? So I'm using ChatGPT for this. I was in the process of actually building my own Make.com, building my own sort of Vapi and building my own backends and LLMs and stuff like that. But I looked at the facts that it is much more beneficial for me to teach you guys and for us together to use ChatGPT instead of building our own LLM from the scratch, because that's gonna take years and there's no better LLM out there than ChatGPT right now. Llama 2 is a pretty good one out there, but just basically all of these big providers, they have the giants of millions of dollars of funding. There's no logical way that we should compete with them to build our own LLM when we already have these giant super softwares out here. Just use those and just use our own prompts and our own knowledge, and we can just develop the best systems out there. It's the same reason why Macs still now use Intel Core processors, because they know that Intel is the best out there and they're not gonna start from scratch to build an Intel processor themselves, because there's already a company out there that can do it and that is saliently focused on that. So why would they use their resources in that department? So next we got Hamza.dj, how to find clients from USA living in USA. So let me tell you this straight up. because you're living in USA, you probably are the most luckiest person out there besides the people actually living in US and UK and stuff like that. Because the thing about these AI solutions is that, especially inside Pakistan, I don't do business inside Pakistan for the reason that no one out here is willing to pay the prices for the value that we're bringing out, and that no one can really scale a business over here without having to fight with fraud and stuff like that. But it's just my own personal opinion. But if you look at US and UK markets and stuff like that, if you're in US and stuff like that, go to the people you've done business with before. What that means is go to your dentist checkup office place, go to your hospital, go to your favorite ice cream shop, go to people like that, people who you are customers of, and go ahead and pitch this to them saying that, hey, you have 3 employees over there that are doing this for 9k USD per month that can only work 9 to 5. I can do this 24/7 on just 500 USD per month. If you can look at this demo, I can show it to you, and it's better than all of your employees out there. If you can label it like that, literally go to your surrounding areas, your salons, your movie theaters, your trampoline parks. Every single business needs AI in some way or some form, so you can implement it inside the businesses if you are willing to go ahead and do the door knocking, man. But obviously, be conservative about this. Look at who's actually got your money. Ask yourself the simple question, who's got my money? Identify the stores in your local area who you could personally cater to, knowing their business from the back end and from the front end. Then just go ahead and cater to them. Next, we got number 15, Abdullah Hasim. How to get clients, how to sell your AI agent. What's the approach? Details, please. Well, it's the exact same thing that I've been mentioning. How to actually get clients is best way for you guys, especially in the beginning, is always find a guy who knows 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 a guy who is your first client. Because that is the best way to do this stuff, because in reality, software and all of these personalized services, they sell themselves on word of mouth. If you can get one client and you can do a good job for them, the client could be someone in your personal family or your family's friend and stuff like that, or your friend's dad or your friend's dad's cousin, whatever it is. Everyone knows a guy who knows a guy. If you can get him and do a good job for him, he's more than willing to refer you over to 5 other people, and you can spread that out, 1 person to 5 person to 50 people to 100 people and stuff like that. You can expand out like that. All you have to do is find that one guy who's willing to do the work with you, and for that case, you might have to do some work for free. You might have to do some stuff strategically, and you might have to cut yourself down. But once you've established yourself as a person who knows his industry, who knows what he can do, then you're obliged to charge people, and you're obliged to go up to people and say that, pay me $2,000 per month, because you have to, because I have a case study behind me. I have multiple case studies. You have to pay me. And yeah, that's just basically it. To get your client, go ask your surroundings. Go ahead and identify who's got your money. Go to local businesses. Go to people who you know. Go to your friends. Go to your friends' dads, your cousins, all of that. Someone will know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. You will be surprised how many clients that you could close if you were just social and you talk to people about this stuff. You will be surprised how many business owners you can come up with. If you go to events, how many business owners you can talk to over there who actually genuinely have a problem and need a solution. You're gonna be surprised. Especially when I was starting, I didn't think that I should sell people, because I associated selling with such negative connotations that I just didn't want to sell. But I learned through training my mind and breaking that limiting belief that if you have a product that you know can genuinely benefit a person, then you are obliged to sell that product to them to benefit them. It is your obligatory duty to sell them, because they have a problem and you have a solution. That is what you have to do. So yeah, next we got number 16, Bilal Tariq. Do you only use Make for all of your automations for clients, or also go high level, give recommendations? So recommendations wise, there's obviously Zapier, Pabbly Connect, but I would recommend that Make.com is the best out there, because it's just, very simple and very cheap pricing wise. But besides that, if you're genuinely looking to create a scenario that has delays, then I would recommend you use something like Zapier or Pabbly Connect. But besides that, if there's no delays inside your system, then just use Make.com. That's the best out there. And as for Go High Level, we don't build any automations on Go High Level, because whenever our clients come up to us and they might be using Go High Level, they just say that, hey, can you implement your system into our CRM? So we just go and build a Make.com scenario. At the end of our own database, we just go ahead and send the results over to their own database. So it's just database to database on Make.com that we just transfer the data. So it's very simple over there. But yeah, we also have gotten some clients who have asked us to build automations on Go High Level, but I've simply labeled to them that we provide AI automated voice systems and voice agents, so we can only do this. Go ahead and hire someone out there who can build your Go High Level automations, because that's not what we do. Next, we got number 17, Reckless_Saad. Can you guide us about the whole delivery process? Absolutely. So how you actually deliver this system is very simple. Whenever you get a client, make sure to never sell them on the first meeting. Your first meeting is always there to just do one simple thing, to identify if not only they are a good fit for you, but you're a good fit for them. You have to see if it works both ways. This is what a sale is. It's a transfer of belief. If you have a client who's stingy and who's not good, leave him. I have left multiple clients on the fact that they are wasting my time, even if they're paying me, because I didn't want the headache. Look, understand this, that even if you have a client, if you can divert your resources over to someone else or something else that is bringing you more peace of mind, that is a much better route to go, even if they're paying little. If you have 2 clients over here, this guy's paying more, but he's a stingy guy. He's giving you headaches. He's delaying his payments and stuff like that. And you have this guy who's moderate and he's okay, you know, he's fine and stuff like that. Go to the moderate guy. Leave this guy if he's stingy and he's annoying. You need peace of mind. You're a business owner. You have a company. Go ahead and understand your own rights and your own peace of mind and your own brain. But we got a little bit off topic. How to actually deliver this. Never sell on the first meeting. Go ahead and sell them on the second meeting after you've understood what they exactly want and if you can actually do that. Because remember, if you have a too big of a project, never do it yourself. Go ahead and refer it over to someone else. Send it over my way. Send it over to someone else, because you shouldn't take what you cannot do in the beginning, because it's going to ruin your brand image 100%. So go ahead and transfer it over to someone who you know can actually do it. But if it's a project you can handle, sell them on the second meeting. Go ahead and build the entire system on the back end, and once they're ready to integrate, that's when you transfer it over to their Go High level. You go ahead and add a node into Make.com to access their Go High level. We build it entirely on our own backend. We develop everything on our side, and then when it's ready for integration, we go ahead and add their Google Calendar, we add their Go High level, stuff like that. So delivery process has to be very seamless. They shouldn't know anything because they don't care about anything. You just have to do it for them because that's what they've gotten you in for. So number 18, we got Rainer Agency Ltd, best platform for integrations. Well, like I said, this is very simple. Make.com is the best one out there. If you want Zapier, go ahead and do that. But the problem with Zapier is it's way too expensive, especially for beginners out there. And honestly, I've just never seen the value inside Zapier besides the fact that they have like 5,000 built-in integrations. But you can obviously do any integration out there by just doing Make.com, make a request inside the HTTP node, so it doesn't really matter. Next, we got SKH1114 underscore using Vappy. Yes, we are using Vappy. If you guys want to understand the exact templates and the exact blueprints, go ahead into the videos that we've already created, tutorials on Vappy. Everything is built step by step. And obviously, if you find anything else like maybe SynthFlow or something like that, you can use the exact same prompt. They work the exact same way, so just copy and paste that over here. Our prompts are generic and they're the best ones out there, so you can go ahead and use those for whatever agents you have. Next, we got Ramzan Ehmood 22, where to start getting a client or building a voice agent. Well, your first step to getting a client is, like I said, go ahead and find people inside your families, friends, dogs, whatever it is. Go ahead and talk to people in your surroundings, and you're gonna find someone who genuinely wants your product and who genuinely has a problem. And how you actually go about building these AI voice agents is, again, let me mention this, that we have step-by-step tutorials. Everything is given out there. We have appointment settings that can get the name and email before the booking. We have CRM integrations where it's inbound callers with custom memory, in which you can take their data from a CRM and basically just manipulate that data the entire time. You have everything given. We've already done it for you guys. You guys just have to use that stuff, improve it if you want, make it better if you want, but it's already the best out there, so I don't really know how you could do that. But if you can, then go ahead and send it my way, and we can work together and we can improve this and make it the best out there, even though it already is. So remember, boys, the future is not owned by a single person. It's owned by a society. We are the AI society. We are the AI renaissance. We have to educate the world, and that is what we're here for. So that's all we had time for today. Remember, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what next video you guys want to see. And remember, boys, girls, whatever it is, stay hard.